It's a very subjective question, so you guys can answer honestly, and it won't hurt my feelings at all. Who would you rather be? Would you rather be this man or this man? You tell me. Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Right.
The one on the right. That's interesting. Why do you think that is?
It's a colorful.
I'll tell you. Inspector Gadget has the ability to use mechanical devices to do whatever he wants to reach his goals, usually being the cases that he faces. But mechanical engineering is all about that. It's all about the ability to create things, create mechanical devices that can allow you to do anything easier and allow you to do something you could never do before. Today I'll be talking to you. I'll be taking you through the phases of development in mechanical engineering and walking you through how to design, create, and test any project that you might have. The first phase is designing. I'm going to put a D there for designing. According to mechanicalc.com, the first things you want to do in the designing phase are about problem definition and concept development. So we're going to say problem definition and concept development. Problem definition is about deciding what problem or task you're focusing on for the project. And concept development, also referred to as conceptual design, is the act of designing the idea of the project before you build anything. Things used in these phases are SolidWorks, which is an online program which allows you to create digital 3D models, which you can then upload to whatever manufacturing device you want to make that part out of. You can also use a notebook. I do that plenty of times, and I'm pretty successful if I do say so myself. EDCmanagementcorporation.com also adds that some other useful advice in this phase includes seeking out help from other creative designers and people who can help you in your projects, and taking the time to think about your project's scope and budget. The second phase is creating. Boom, we're going to put a C there. The two stages in this phase are preliminary design and detailed design and prototyping. Preliminary design, we're going to put a P, a D, and then a D, D, P for detailed design and prototyping. And this is laid out by California State University. Preliminary design is the stage where materials get selected and we begin carrying out engineering analysis to start on the project's physical form and shape. If you used a program like SolidWorks in the last phase, then you can use a 3D printer for this part. Use an example of a 3D printer right here. It's pretty cheap. I got it at a garage sale. The detailed design and prototype stage refines the preliminary design to the point of being a prototype and ready to be tested. The third and final stage of development is the testing phase. It was ready for testing, now it's in the testing phase. Following statements from twiglobal.com, this phase is initiated by the evaluating and improving stages. Minor stages. E for evaluating and I for improving. The evaluating stage is all about analyzing where improvements are necessary from testing the prototype, and then the improving stage entails refining the design based off where you just found that improvements were needed. It's pretty commonplace for these two stages to be repeated again and again before you move on to the next stages. I mean, failing in some of these is a pretty regular thing. I'll tell you right now, I've had my fair share of epic fails. Here are some examples so we can laugh at me and have a good time. This was me testing a flaming katana that I was making, and then it crawled up my arm. And then this kind of speaks for itself. You never know how things are going to go with these projects, so it's always important that you take safety first. Examples of safety first were, in this one, I had a welding mask over my face, to protect my face from the ensuing explosion. And in the other one, I had a fire extinguisher like this one, except this one's empty. The testing is concluded with the select and finalize and product analysis stage. Select and product analysis. There we go. Select and finalize and product analysis stage. This is explained on Indeed.com if you look it up. Select and finalize is truly the last time you'll be able to make any tweaks to the product or project from here. This is where you make the final design of the project, and then you're going to be selling it or whatever if you're a mechanical engineer. Just like that, taking everything in, by following these phases and steps, you've managed to use mechanical engineering to make something from nothing. And it could seem a bit daunting or intimidating at first, but just by putting in some time and dedication, through engineering, you can create something truly extraordinary. Thank you for your time. That's it.